Have you ever wondered why some teachers insist on certain learning styles, but even after supposedly implementing them, the learning doesn't quite deliver the best experience? Trust me, I've been there. And all of this made me question whether learning is really as straightforward as the idea of learning styles suggests. Is there really a best way to learn? Growing up, I always believed there was. Every year in school, within the first week, we'd take surveys like the VARC assessment to determine whether we were visual, auditory, reading or writing, and kinesthetic learners, and our teachers always told us that these results were vital to our learning. I always identified as a visual and kinesthetic learner. I loved moving around and creating videos, so studying video production in college reinforced this preference, as hands-on creation just felt the most natural to me. However, examining educational theories changed my understanding. As Vertasium's YouTube video, The Biggest Myth in Education, explains, learning styles, as we know them, are more myth than fact. Research shows that people don't perform better when teaching aligns with their supposed learning styles, 2021. What actually matters is how the learning process connects to the subject. For instance, geography benefits from maps, English from reading and writing, and filmmaking thrives through hands-on practice. This revelation made me question what I'd believed my whole life. I didn't learn better through video, I just liked video. Subjects that naturally lent themselves to visuals or movement just felt easier and more enjoyable because I was drawn to them, not because I was a visual learner. And all of this came together when I was reflecting on learning theories. I've usually gravitated towards social constructivism because of my high school French classes, where my teachers flipped the traditional curriculum emphasizing collaboration and real-world conversations rather than language memorization. As Cambridge 2017 explores, it was the social and interactive approach built through cultural context that made this class work brilliantly. And this experience left such a mark on myself that I thought social constructivism was the answer to effective teaching. However, as I reviewed other theories like behaviorism and cognitivism, I realized how limiting it would be to just rely on just one approach. Because although my French classes centered on social constructivism, they also used a mix. They had reward systems from behaviorism to encourage participation, and cognitivist principles to help us process the language. And the same was true for my video production studies. Collaboration, a hallmark of social constructivism, was at the heart of my program. Filmmaking is inherently social, requiring teams of directors, cinematographers, editors, and more to work together. And learning happened through interaction, brainstorming with peers, and working on real-world projects. At the same time, filmmaking incorporated behaviorist elements like positive reinforcement for a well-executed shot. Cognitivism also played a role, especially in editing, where organizing visual information and creating narrative logic is key. These experiences showed me that learning isn't about sticking to one philosophy. It's about adapting to the subject, the learners, and the context. As Jarvis et al. 2003 state, humans are more than just their behaviors. Learning is complex and requires emotion and so much more. Filmmaking thrives on social collaboration, yes, but it also depends on foundational skills and cognitive processes. What I realize is that there's no universal best way to learn. Every subject and situation demands a tailored approach, and that learning thrives in these gray areas where theories intersect. By blending various learning theories, we create a richer and more dynamic experience. This flexibility in education mirrors what I have learned about filmmaking. Creativity thrives in flexibility. And upon my explorations, I believe the same goes for education now. So how do we embrace this flexibility and adapt to the ever-changing needs of learners? That's a question I'm still exploring. But one thing is clear, learning isn't static. It's dynamic, complex, and wonderfully gray.